Chinese automaker BYD is zipping ahead in the global race to make cheaper electric vehicles. While the US is trying everything it can to keep the rising brand out of the market, BYD is flooding global markets with its EVs.
BYD, short for Build Your Dreams, was originally started as a battery company in 1995 by Wang Chuanfu in Shenzhen, China.
The race for dominance in the automobile industry just got more intense. In a move that disrupted the global automobile sectors, BYD's CEO just made a groundbreaking announcement that has everyone, from tech enthusiasts to investors, buzzing with anticipation. Known for leading one of the most innovative electric vehicle companies, BYD has always set high standards for sustainable transportation.
BYD, the world's largest EV manufacturer. How did they get there? And can they stay on top?
But with this recently revealed plan, it's clear the company is about to take things to a whole new level. But what exactly did the CEO say? And what does it mean for the automobile industry and BYD's competitors? Let's find out. The huge announcement that took the automobile ecosystem by surprise. Brazil is about to witness one of the most groundbreaking tech transformations in history, and it's all thanks to BYD. During a recent meeting with President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, Stella Lee, the company's CEO for the Americas, revealed that BYD is setting up a state-of-the-art technological research center in Bahia that will double as a production facility, the largest and most advanced electric vehicle plant outside of China, which will produce the first batch of Brazilian-made vehicles by March 2025. That's not even the best part of this announcement. To add to that, she said this was part of a larger plan to create 10,000 new jobs by the end of 2025, which will offer thousands of Brazilians the chance to participate in this historical feat. Recruitment will begin as early as January 2025, with 2,000 positions opening to kickstart operations. By mid-year, another 3,000 jobs will be added, and as operations scale up, an additional 5,000 people will be hired by August of the same year. But that's not all, because by the end of 2026, BYD expects to create another 20,000 jobs, bringing the total number of new opportunities to an almost unbelievable 30,000. With this scale of manpower, they are looking at producing around 150,000 vehicles by the end of 2025, with double of that capacity by the following year. Most interestingly, these vehicles will mostly be sold in Brazil and across South American markets, which means the region will experience a significant shift in the automobile ecosystem.
New Lab Detroit's partnership with Ford's Michigan Central is creating an ecosystem.
The BYD CEO also revealed the company's plans to collaborate with 110 engineers from China and Brazil to create a really cool and innovative hybrid flex system that runs on electricity, gasoline, and ethanol. BYD's plans for Brazil are even more exciting when you compare them to what other major car companies are doing. While companies like the Volkswagen have been forced to downsize due to the intense price war in the electric vehicle market, General Motors is playing it safe by scaling back in China, following a trend among older car companies that are struggling to keep up in this fast-changing industry. And Hyundai and Toyota are being cautious with stepping up production in Brazil because of the uncertainty of the uncharted Brazilian automobile market. BYD is going all in. For BYD, this isn't just business as usual. It's a chance to step into the spotlight and show the world what it's capable of. For Brazil, especially in the Bahia, where the factory will be built, this will be a total game changer as people will finally have access to stable, well-paying jobs, and the region would become a hotspot for technology and innovators. But that's not all. Beyond just helping the local economy, this new factory will turn Brazil into a major player in the global electric vehicle market. Until now, Brazil has mostly been importing electric cars, but that's about to change because with BYD's factory set to produce up to 300,000 cars a year by 2026, Brazil will become a key supplier of electric vehicles in South America. This isn't just good news for Brazil, it's a win for the entire region. But will they survive the intense competition in the automobile industry? Well, let's find out. How BYD's hybrid system compares to competitors. To truly appreciate BYD's competitive edge in the hybrid vehicle market, it's important to see how their hybrid technology, particularly the DMI, Dual Motor Intelligence System.
Let me introduce you to the new BYD CEO DMI. With its cutting-edge hybrid technology and elegant design, this family-sized SUV offers plentiful space, outstanding range, and incredible efficiency on every journey.
Compares to what other major automakers are offering. Unlike many traditional hybrid vehicles that rely heavily on their internal combustion engines, BYD's DMY system integrates a small engine with powerful electric motors. This setup allows the car to travel long distances on electric power alone. For example, the Fangcheng Bao 5 can drive up to 120 kilometers solely on electricity thanks to its large 31.4 kilowatt-hour battery. When combined with its fuel tank, the car offers a total range of over 1,000 kilometers, which is perfect for long trips without compromising on eco-friendliness. What makes BYD's hybrid technology even more impressive is the balance it strikes between efficiency and performance. The DMY system delivers a combined output of 500 kilowatt and 760 newton-meter of torque, which makes it not only fuel efficient, but also powerful. This powerful combination allows BYD's hybrid vehicles to stand out in a market where many hybrids struggle to blend power with efficiency and sustainability. One of the most exciting aspects of BYD's success is the growing recognition of its technology around the world. When compared to its competitors, it is clear why BYD is a game changer. Because while companies like XPeng are entering the hybrid market with systems like their Kunpeng Super Electric system, which offers an impressive range of 1,400 kilometers, BYD focuses on providing more electric-only driving, which is more practical for everyday use, especially for consumers looking to cut down on fuel consumption without sacrificing performance or the need for frequent stops at the gas station. Efficiency aside, this electric-only driving range will also drastically reduce our dependence on fossil fuels, which can help lower greenhouse gas emissions and aid in the recovery of our already deteriorating ozone layer, but that's not all. As we all know, Toyota, with its famous Prius and Ray V4 hybrids, has been a pioneer in hybrid technology, but its models don't offer as much electric-only range as BYD's. So considering the highly substantial electric-only experience the BYD system provides, coupled with its ability to use renewable energy sources.
Renewables use natural sources of power to generate electricity by harnessing the energy of the sun, wind, or tides.
Like ethanol in its flex fuel hybrids, which could make it a more sustainable option over time, Toyota has chosen to adopt BYD's hybrid technology for its next-generation vehicles. This development not only speaks volumes about the potential of BYD's system, but is a clear endorsement of BYD's technological prowess and shows how seriously the world's largest car manufacturers are taking BYD's innovations. Now let's get to the part we've all been itching to hear. How will BYD's latest strategy impact other South American EV markets? BYD's strategy in South America, particularly its innovative DMY hybrid technology, is set to make a significant impact across the region. One of the key ways BYD will influence the South American market is through the increased adoption of hybrid vehicles. The DMY system, which cleverly combines electric motors with a small internal combustion engine, is a perfect fit for countries like Brazil and Colombia, where charging infrastructure for fully electric vehicles is still under development. Since hybrids offer the best of both worlds, electric driving with the convenience of a gasoline engine when needed, it will be easier for consumers to shift from traditional gasoline cars to more sustainable options like what BYD promises, without the worry of limited charging stations. Beyond offering an appealing product, BYD's investment in local production has the potential to greatly benefit South American economies. The company's manufacturing plants in Brazil will create thousands of jobs, which will not only boost local economies, but also will help strengthen South America's position as a growing hub for EV production, thereby making Brazil a major competitor on the global stage. As the region's capacity to produce electric vehicles increases, it will drive further investment and set the stage for even more growth in the electric vehicle sector. In addition to economic benefits, BYD's hybrid technology fits perfectly with the goals of South American governments who are committed to reducing carbon emissions and promoting sustainable transport like Colombia.
Invisible as they are, carbon emissions can be hard to wrap our heads around,
which has set a target of putting 600,000 electric vehicles on the road by 2030. With a balance of electric and gasoline power, the birth of BYD's hybrids will offer a flexible solution that can help meet such ambitious targets, as it'll provide a greener alternative that suits the needs of local consumers. But there's more. The environmental benefits of BYD's hybrids cannot be ignored. In cities like Sao Paulo and Bogotá, where air pollution is a major problem, the adoption of BYD's hybrids, with their lower emissions, will drastically reduce the number of polluting cars on the road, which will significantly improve the air quality, especially in urban areas. The most plausible aspect of this initiative is BYD's competitive pricing strategy, which makes hybrid vehicles affordable not just for the wealthy, but for a larger portion of the population. And in South America, where cost is a key factor in buying decisions, this strategy will make it easier for people to switch to safer alternatives. As more consumers opt for hybrids, there will be an increase in demand, and other automakers will be forced to use more affordable, sustainable options. But there's one problem. As impressive as BYD's aggressive strategy to completely take over the EV market is, how do they plan to stay afloat without being kicked out of the competition with their affordable prices? How BYD plans to remain competitive, despite their low price point. For starters, it's worth remembering that BYD's pricing strategy in Brazil is designed to make electric vehicles more accessible to a wider audience, especially when compared to bigger players like Tesla. So instead of targeting premium clients, BYD plans to cater to middle-class consumers who are eager to switch to electric cars but are held back by high prices. But how does BYD plan to do this without incurring losses? The answer lies in their decision to invest in local production. By manufacturing vehicles in Brazil, they will avoid the heavy import taxes that drive up the prices of cars like Tesla's, which can cost as much as 1.5 million Brazilian reais due to tariffs, which of course will automatically make it less affordable for the target population. This local manufacturing will automatically help BYD offer their EVs at a lower cost while still making a profit, which gives them a significant edge over their competitors. There's also the fact that BYD doesn't overprice their entry-level models when entering new markets, as some automakers do. Instead, they plan to add only a 50% markup on these vehicles so as to keep them affordable without sacrificing quality. This will also help expand BYD's market share in Brazil, especially if they can offer models like the Seagull at a more competitive price point. In addition to keeping prices low, another key advantage BYD has over its competitors is its investment in Brazil's charging infrastructure. Unlike the Tesla, which relies on its own supercharger network, which is still underdeveloped in Brazil, BYD is working with local partners to expand charging stations throughout the country. This will make BYD's vehicles even more practical for everyday use in Brazil and will help them gain the trust of Brazilian consumers who might be hesitant to switch to EVs without the reassurance that they can charge their vehicles easily. Sadly, despite BYD's strength, there are still some challenges that may hinder the actualization of this innovation. First is the country's preference for ethanol-powered vehicles, which are currently cheaper to fuel than electric vehicles. This long-standing reliance will make it difficult for BYD to persuade consumers to shift from the more familiar and cost-effective ethanol vehicles to electric alternatives. Additionally, BYD's dealership network in Brazil is relatively small, with only around 40 locations compared to over 600 operated by traditional automakers like Fiat. This limited presence could hinder the company's ability to reach potential customers and provide necessary support for electric vehicle buyers. What do you think of this proposed move by BYD? Do you see it as a wake-up call for other giants in the automobile industry? Encompassing everything from compact cars to luxury sedans, SUVs, trucks, and even fuel cell vehicles. Over the years, the Japanese company has gained recognition for its pioneering advancements in the automotive industry, particularly in the realm of alternative vehicle propulsion. Now, Toyota has accomplished a major breakthrough that has the potential to revolutionize the industry and potentially put an end to the EV revolution. What groundbreaking technology has the company been secretly developing, and how will its introduction impact the EV industry? Join us as we explore how Toyota's new battery breakthrough could mark the demise of the EV industry. For quite some time, the automotive industry has been striving to develop ammonia-powered engines. However, previous attempts in this area have faced significant challenges and yielded disappointing results. These endeavors have often resulted in complete disasters and failures, with the technology proving to be inefficient for practical use. Before we explore how Toyota's new engine will transform the entire EV industry, let's first take a look at the key reasons why this hasn't been done in the past. Ammonia-powered cars haven't taken off for a few reasons. First, there's a lack of infrastructure. No widespread availability of ammonia at gas stations, but more on that later. Safety is also a concern because ammonia is corrosive and can be harmful if mishandled. Technically, it's a challenge too. Ammonia's combustion profile is different, requiring engine modifications and larger fuel storage tanks for the same performance. Plus, there are alternative technologies like electric and hydrogen vehicles that have received more attention and investment. Environmental issues related to ammonia production and limited regulatory support have also played a part. But now, we are finally come to the dawn of ammonia-powered engines. GAC Group, a Chinese state-owned manufacturer with Toyota Motor Corporation as a major shareholder, has achieved a remarkable breakthrough in the passenger vehicle industry. They have developed the world's first engine that runs on ammonia. Unlike conventional oil or gas fuels, ammonia engines do not emit carbon dioxide when they burn, making them a potential solution to combat pollution in the future. There are different ways to make ammonia engines work efficiently. One method is to split ammonia into two elements, hydrogen and nitrogen. The hydrogen is then used in a fuel cell to produce electricity. A New York City-based startup called ammonia, founded by 4 MIT alumni, has successfully demonstrated this innovative method using a John Deere tractor. Supported by Amazon's $2 billion climate fund, the startup proudly claimed to have developed the world's first ammonia-powered truck. Another approach is to blend ammonia with other fuels like diesel gas or hydrogen before burning them together. This mixture makes ignition and combustion easier to achieve. MAN Energy Solutions, MAN ES, has followed this method in developing a two-stroke green ammonia engine for maritime use. A third method is to use ammonia as the main fuel source, which requires advanced technologies like spark ignition, compression ignition, or homogeneous charge compression ignition. These technologies can enhance the performance and efficiency of ammonia engines by controlling the timing and pressure of combustion. Ammonia engines are an exciting innovation that could revolutionize the electric vehicle (EV) industry. They offer a cleaner, cheaper, and more sustainable way to power vehicles, reducing reliance on fossil fuels and lowering greenhouse gas emissions that contribute to global warming. GAC now proudly presents its amazing 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine, capable of producing 161 horsepower and slashing carbon emissions by 90%. During the development process, GAC had to overcome several obstacles, including rising combustion pressure and excessive nitrogen emissions. Autocar reported on these challenges, highlighting the fact that ammonia is a highly poisonous substance primarily used as a fertilizer. However, its flammable nature has made it a candidate for future transportation needs. Although ammonia has about half the energy density of petrol, at 3.6 kilowatt-hours per liter, it does not emit any carbon hydrocarbon or CO2 when burned. Various entities are currently investigating ammonia as a low-carbon fuel, but there are still challenges to overcome. It is more difficult to ignite than conventional fossil fuels and burns slower. One of the most remarkable achievements in this endeavor has been finding solutions to the problems of igniting ammonia quickly and efficiently. Ammonia, a compound of nitrogen and hydrogen, can be produced from renewable sources such as solar, wind, or hydropower. It has a high energy density and does not release carbon dioxide when burned, making it a potential low-carbon alternative to fossil fuels. However, igniting ammonia has traditionally been more difficult than burning fossil fuels. which have higher flame temperatures and lower ignition energies. This has limited its use as an alternative energy source, especially in the passenger car industry that requires high performance and reliability. Nevertheless, GAC's engineers have successfully developed a new combustion system that can ignite and burn ammonia quickly and efficiently. They employed advanced technologies such as spark ignition, direct injection, and exhaust gas recirculation to improve the combustion process and lower emissions. This breakthrough paves the way for the effective use of ammonia in the passenger car industry, potentially reducing greenhouse gas emissions and dependence on fossil fuels. Chi Hongzhong, an engineer at GAC's R&D center in Guangzhou, expressed his excitement about the potential value of ammonia for society and commercial applications. He explained that ammonia can be used as a fuel in internal combustion engines, fuel cells, or hybrid systems, depending on the specific needs and preferences of customers. He also highlighted that ammonia can be stored and transported easily using existing infrastructure, unlike hydrogen, which requires high pressure or low temperature. Toyota, known for its diverse approach to emissions-free transportation, is actively exploring a combination of alternative fuels and traditional electric vehicles. In addition to their hydrogen fuel cell vehicles like the Mirai, Toyota is also experimenting with hydrogen-powered combustion engines. Their participation in various motorsport events to test and evaluate this technology demonstrates their interest. Toyota's forward-looking approach and investment in GAC indicate that they may adopt ammonia-powered engines in markets like China and potentially expand their use to other regions as the technology improves. While challenges remain, the continuous improvements in ammonia engine technology and the strategic involvement of major players like Toyota suggest a future where cleaner and more sustainable transportation options could become a reality. While there may be critics who doubt the viability of ammonia-powered cars, companies like GAC and Toyota remain optimistic about their potential. According to Bloomberg NEF analyst Colin McCarricker, it probably won't take off. "Ammonia is hellish to handle," he said. "I can't see it taking off in passenger cars." Why are critics skeptical about this innovation? Ammonia-powered cars have long been a topic of interest in the automotive industry due to their potential as a clean and practical alternative to fossil fuel-powered vehicles. However, despite the promise they hold, several key reasons have prevented the widespread adoption of ammonia as a fuel source. One of the major hurdles for ammonia-powered cars has been the lack of infrastructure. Unlike gasoline or diesel, ammonia is not readily available at conventional gas stations. Creating a distribution network for ammonia fuel would require significant investment in storage, transportation, and dispensing facilities. This lack of infrastructure has hindered the development and adoption of ammonia-powered vehicles, as consumers have limited access to refueling options. Another challenge with ammonia as a fuel is its toxicity. Ammonia is a corrosive substance and can be harmful to humans if not handled properly. This poses safety concerns, particularly in the event of leaks or accidents involving ammonia-powered vehicles. Ensuring the safe handling and storage of ammonia fuel would be critical to its widespread use, and the development of appropriate safety measures and protocols would be necessary to address these concerns. Furthermore, ammonia-powered cars face technical challenges that have impeded their progress. One significant obstacle is the combustion characteristics of ammonia. Ammonia has a different combustion profile compared to conventional fuels, requiring modifications to engine designs and fuel systems. It has a lower energy density compared to gasoline or diesel, which means larger volumes of ammonia would be needed to achieve similar performance levels. This poses challenges in terms of packaging and range limitations, as the larger fuel storage tanks would occupy more space and add weight to the vehicle. Additionally, the conversion of existing internal combustion engines to run on ammonia is not a straightforward process. Engine modifications are needed to accommodate the specific requirements of ammonia combustion, such as changes to fuel injectors, combustion chambers, and exhaust systems. These modifications would require significant research and development, as well as testing to ensure the performance, efficiency, and durability of the converted engines. Another factor that has hindered the development of ammonia-powered cars is the availability of alternative technologies. Over the years, other clean energy options, such as electric vehicles, EVs, and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, have gained prominence and received significant investments. These technologies have been further developed and have seen improvements in terms of infrastructure, battery technology, and overall performance. As a result, the focus and resources have been primarily directed toward these alternatives, leaving ammonia-powered cars with limited attention and investment. Moreover, the production of ammonia itself poses environmental challenges. Currently, the majority of ammonia production relies on fossil fuel-based processes, such as steam methane reforming. This leads to greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to climate change. To fully realize the environmental benefits of ammonia-powered cars, it would be necessary to transition to more sustainable and carbon-neutral methods of ammonia production, such as electrolysis powered by renewable energy sources. However, the development and scaling up of these sustainable production methods are still in progress, adding to the complexity of adopting ammonia as a mainstream fuel. Lastly, the regulatory landscape has also played a role in the slow progress of ammonia-powered cars. Governments and regulatory bodies have primarily focused on promoting electric vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles as part of their clean transportation strategies.
Some churches and pastors have also strayed from sound doctrine, allowing deception to take hold of our culture. Religious leaders now support lifestyles that go against the Creator's word to get support from the masses. This isn't just another trend. It is a spirit of deception taking hold of the church. With all these signs happening today, how can Christians stay vigilant? What can Christians do to avoid being manipulated by the world today? How can Christians remain prepared for the rapture? How can Christians stay prepared for the rapture? Mark chapter 13, verses 30 through 37 reads, "Truly, this generation will not pass away until all these things take place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not. But concerning that day or that hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Be on guard, keep awake, for you do not know when the time will come. It is like a man going on a journey when he leaves home and puts his servants in charge, each with his work, and commands the doorkeeper to stay awake. Therefore, stay awake, for you do not know when the master of the house will come, in the evening, or at midnight, or when the rooster crows, or in the morning, lest he come suddenly and find you asleep. And what I say to you, I say to all, stay awake." There's no better way to stay prepared for the rapture than holding on to the teachings provided in the Bible. As Christians, we must be prepared for the rapture. Christians should live in a pleasing way to God, following His commandments. This means living a life of love and compassion towards others, and sharing the gospel's good news with friends and neighbors. One way to be prepared is to make sure one has a strong relationship with God. This means spending time in prayer and reading the Bible regularly. It also means being active in the local church and engaging with other believers who can support and help one grow in the faith. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 2 through 11 provides a lot of encouragement for Christians. In the passage, Paul urges the Thessalonians to be prepared for the coming of the day of the Lord, which he compares to a thief coming in the night. He tells them that they are not in darkness, but children of the light, and therefore should not fall asleep, but stay awake and sober. He encourages them to put on faith and love as a breastplate, and the hope of salvation as a helmet to promote and build up one another. Another way to be prepared is to face the challenges that may come with the rapture. This means being financially responsible and ensuring that our loved ones are taken care of. It also means that mentally and emotionally prepare to face difficult times and trusting in God's plan for mankind. As Christians prepare for these challenges, they can keep doing the work Jesus Christ commanded before ascending to heaven. Preach the gospel to all nations. Doing this regularly would help others and fortify the mind for what lies ahead. That's it, guys. One cannot deny the rapture is close, and as Christians, we must be prepared for this event. By living one's life in a way that is pleasing to God and being ready to face the challenges that may come with the rapture, one can have peace and confidence in knowing they are prepared for whatever comes next. How about you, brothers and sisters? What signs show that the rapture is near? How prepared are you for the rapture? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. And if you enjoy our content, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more interesting videos. Thanks for watching. God bless.